Money. Happy Tuesday. We live in a dystopian hellscape. We've got that and much more coming up on Screen Junkies News. Because moral rock bottom isn't truly rock bottom unless it's televised, Russian TV has decided that a real-life Hunger Games meets The Purge TV show is their answer to must-see TV. Game 2 Winter will find 30 contestants attempting to survive negative 40-degree Fahrenheit conditions in over 2,000 acres of Siberian wilderness. And given the okay to do literally anything on camera, including rape, kill, or be killed. For more on this, we're going to our panel. You guys, Russia. Am I right? We've got Roxy Stryer here. We've got Dan Murrell here. This show is insane. What we are basically talking about is Westworld in Russia by way of Naked and Afraid.
Without the robots.
Right. Without the robots. It's real people doing these horrible, horrible things.
Yeah, no, it's Game 2 Winter. There's a movie called Series 7, The Contenders. That's great. And it's about a reality show where the goal is to kill everybody. And this is just another step on that lovely path.
Was that Game 1, apparently?
I guess it was Game 1. This is now Game 2. Well, first of all, this is overseas television, which has a reputation for being over the top, especially when it comes to marketing. I think this is the world's worst publicity stunt, if I'm being honest. Yeah. Well, because if you read into it, they say they are subject to arrest if they do these things. It's not like they get a free pass.
I love that was so buried. By the way, if you do any of these things like you do in the real world, you will be reprimanded and taken to prison like you would if you were on the streets. It wasn't like, here, by the way, in this place, you are exempt from everything else.
But they're still sort of encouraging it. They're still saying, this is a place where you can rape, you can kill, you can smoke. That was one of the things that they suggested.
They can smoke.
You can get crazy. But the fact that this is a 24/7 live stream, that there are opportunities for viewers to send gifts or favors to contestants, that it's basically who can outlast each other. This is way more Survivor than Survivor.
Well, it is the Hunger Games. It's literally the Hunger Games.
Yeah, welcome to the world, though, where you can do whatever you want. We wake up in the morning and you decide whether you're going to murder the person next to you or not that day. Usually we choose not. Maybe
How
on
you
this
feel
show.
Roxy?
Yeah, but what is interesting is that when you do something like a reality show, you find people that are totally normal people who are willing to do things that they would never do if the cameras aren't on them. So you see people throwing drinks in each other's faces. You see people, I don't know, maybe going that next step to get more television time. So do we think that this will actually cause people to do those things that in the real world they wouldn't otherwise do, even if they can still get arrested?
Well, and so many times on reality shows, contestants say that they forget the cameras are there. If you are marketing to people who want to fight, murder, do all of these other things.
All the sex.
Basically saying you're consenting to being maimed or maiming other people. What caliber of folk do you think you're going to get? 60 people so far have applied. 7 of them, shockingly, are women. 1 is an American. So I think that you're already sort of inviting people who don't have that barrier for, this is not the condition that I would like to live my life. And there are people that wake up and go, should I kill today? Maybe.
Right. Unlike the Hunger Games where you have to be elected into it, it's not you're going in by choice unless you are volunteering as tribute, which I do not do for this show.
No.
Then this is something where it's the kind of people who want to be on the show, which is a very scary thought. But I think it's interesting because any reality show, the first thing you sign in a contract most of the time, if you're going on an MTV show or Bravo or whatever it is, the first line is, if I die, it's not the show's fault. It is not production's fault. I take complete responsibility and I will sue nobody. So that's what every reality show signs. So would this crop of people be that different than people who are on The Real Housewives, The Real World, The Challenge, any of these shows? Is it really that different?
I'd be more worried about the negative 40-degree temperature really than about getting killed, because the weather's going to do that before the other contestants do. The one thing that I don't really know, and what's the point of this show? How do you win it? Well, is it the last person standing?
Yes, it is. So basically what happens is in America, it's $1.6 million. In Russia, it's 100 million rubles. And basically, whomever is still standing at the end, they split that money. So let's say you start with 30 people, it gets down to 5. Those 5 people would split, each getting 20 million rubles, which would be about, I'm really bad at math, like $350,000, something like that.
Yeah.
But
right.
I mean, well, a show that I find so fascinating is Naked and Afraid. Naked and Afraid takes 2 people who've never met before. They have no clothes, they have no food, they have nothing, no shelter. They have one survival item like a machete or a pot to boil water in, and they're dropped into a harsh condition and they have to survive for 21 days. That, you don't win anything. You get to the end, and what you win is that you completed it. So I think that there are also people who are crazy enough that they're like, how far can I push myself?
That's 21 days. How many days is this? Do they even let you know going into it how long you're going to be there? Is it kind of just like when they want to stop, they stop?
Is it like when you put the hand on the truck and whoever's the last one with the hand on it wins? Is that how this works?
This is
how
a
the
good
game
question.
goes?
Let's throw in our girl, Charlie Feldman, who's on socials and also has been checking all of this via Google Translate.
I translated their website. It's in a little bit of broken English, as you can imagine. So there is an end date, and that's in April of 2018. So they're going to start in July of this year, and then it goes till April, and whoever's around still, they get to split the money. So there is definitely an incentive for other people not to stick around. They're not intense. They can make their own dwellings, and they are given experts to help them survive, like to teach them how to hunt, how to do everything if they don't already know.
Jesus, that's
But they're not allowed
nine-
guns. They're only allowed knives, and there are wolves and bears.
You can
That's
kill somebody
9
with a knife.
months. You can kill somebody with a knife. You can also kill somebody with freezing temperatures. You can also kill somebody and you can drive them to insanity if you're on 2,000 acres of deserted Siberian wilderness. Unlike a lot of the reality shows that we watch, there will not be a camera crew. These are going to be, like in Hunger Games, cameras all throughout the territory that are going to film everything that we see, but we will not actually, there's not going to be a person where they feel the interference of a crew.
Right.
What do you think that does to you psychologically?
Well, I think that probably if you know there are cameras everywhere, that even if you're not somebody who remembers that the cameras are on, you have to placate towards them. So you're going to probably be saying things a little louder, doing things a little not like yourself. And I don't know. I think that if there are 2,000 cameras, and by the way, everybody gets their own little camera to film themselves, every day I would wake up and film a last day confessional. I would be like, and in case I die today, because it is so freaking cold here, bye, love you, family, friends, Sasha, Dan, you guys are in my confessional.
Ozzy, that's so major. You would literally do that every day.
I think you would have to, right?
Wow.
I mean, yeah, I think that the threat from this thing is not from the other people; it's from the elements. I mean, that is ridiculous. Up almost to 9 months in the wilderness. 2,000 acres is a lot of land.
Yeah.
And depending on how many people are insane enough to do this, which it says willing participants need to be 18 and mentally sane to compete. Well, I don't think that can't be a great requirement because nobody would do it. I just don't know how many people are going to do this.
Well, so far, 60 people want to. And
But are they mentally sane? Do they
so
pass the
far.
test?
Do
Right.
they pass the test? I also wonder because on a lot of reality shows, you also have to have an STD test just in case. Because
Really?
yeah, just in case because you never know. Let
I
me
don't
tell
think
you.
they care about STDs on this. If you can rape and you can kill, I think STDs are like, all right, you can do that too.
What if there's a love connection in Siberia? What if there are children born? What if they are not creating a dystopian future? What if they are creating a utopian paradise?
That's not going to happen.
Some of them are going to choose to stay there forever. They're just like, screw this, I'm never going back. I've found love in a hopeless place. Like that's.
They honestly, I'm just trying to put a positive spin on this. It's a possibility. Charlie, what do you think?
Once you know the secrets of the fire swamp, in this case, the winter in Siberia, you don't want to leave. My favorite part about all this that I've just learned from the website is that people who are fans of the show can live 2 kilometers close by to hunt and fish around where they are filming. So if you're a fan of the show, you can buy tickets to live and resort at this setting.
Do you get to give them the fish? So you hunt and fish and then you give it to your favorite person, or you just are literally there to watch?
You're literally there to watch. It's like White Bear if you saw that Black Mirror episode, except I don't think any of these people are criminals.
It's sort of like, let me say, CBS, you guys better step your game up because it's sort of like Big Brother, how you can go to like the eviction tapings, only you're probably not going to get maimed by a bear.
But that's really challenging to get into. Like, if you want to go to the eviction tapings, you have to be waiting for months and months. Do you think that many people are going to go and watch this and just point and love the fact that they have fire?
They might. This is... Honestly,
Every time I think we can't get closer to a dystopian future, we get another step closer.
I know.
And this is, Yeah, I mean, I think that they're overhyping this, but let's not overlook the insanity that this is. This is people are not going to be watching the show in Russia or wherever if it ever gets aired, hoping for survival.
Right. Well, it's not just going to be in Russia. 5 other countries also want to air it so far. Charlie, what were you going to say?
Cold comfort, but you can press a button and get yourself out of there. So you're not forced to be there in like some dystopian hellscape. So it's
Yeah.
a little bit better.
I definitely would press that button so fast, but I'm gonna be watching this thinking, "You loser, hang on!" Like, are you kidding me?
totally would have
I would be
show.
so awesome,
Oh my
man!
God.
I'd kill it.
We'd be so great in Siberia.
Yeah.
Well, we want to know what you guys think. Let us know in the comments below. You can always tweet us at SJ News. And of course, you can always click here for more Screen Junkies. Thanks for being here. Bye-bye.